If you are getting into oud, or if you hear so much about this note, but you're a little bit skeptical, a little bit afraid of getting into oud fragrances, I've curated a perfect list to get your feet wet, so to speak. These 10 fragrances I'm about to share with you have been curated meticulously by yours truly to get your experience on with the oud world of fragrances. So brace yourself, stick around. The perfect 10 out of 10 oud fragrances are up next. Before we get into the choices, keep in mind of a few things here, a few caveats. All these fragrances have been tried and true, and I made sure that all 10 options are not going to be skanky, animalistic, barnyardy, fecal oud type smells. Because oud, as we know, there's a gamut of different palettes and experiences that you can have with oud depending how it's paired or how it's, enhanced. That can actually be very hard for you to wear or for other people to bear around you. So I made sure of that to make sure that these 10 fragrances here are curated perfectly to get you smelling amazing and have a great oud experience, if you will. There is an oud here for everyone. You can actually pick up 1, 2, or 3, however many you want. But I wanted to make sure that this list was very comprehensive, so I started with the most affordable, about 50 bucks, all the way to the most expensive, around $270, $300, give or take. So let's get into it. Kicking off the list with a fragrance brand that don't really get much play, but I'm telling you right now, they have a very good selection of fragrances that are very good in performance. Not great, but very good. And the smells are all very pleasant. The house is Vince Camuto. This is Vince Camuto Oud. There is a smoked oud that's been discontinued and it's really hard to find. Vince Camuto Oud is a little easier to find, and you can find this between $40 and $50, give or take. Again, I'm gonna list everything and link below so you guys have an easy way to finding them. You can always try them before you guys buy them if you want at perfume.com. But again, all useful information in the description of the video. Vince Camuto Oud. What do I get from this fragrance, guys? So, beautiful sprayers. It's exactly what I said. It's a very great intro segue into oud fragrance. It's easy to wear, it's pleasant. If you like boozy fragrances like cognac or whiskey, it's gonna open up with a little bit of a contrast and dimension from a boozy kind of a standpoint, but then it dries down to this really nice woody oud and spices, leathery kind of a facet. Really good stuff, just like the leather that you have around, or the leatherette around the bottle, is the leathery oud kind of a dry down that you're gonna get. Just amazing. If you're getting into oud, this is a great segue. It's not gonna be hard to wear. In fact, this fragrance resembles Wonderwood from Comme des Garçons. Speaking of discontinued fragrances, this is a gem of a fragrance. Every month I do first impression, blind buys, and discoveries. This was featured in the last video I did for you guys about a week ago. This is Chopard's Oud Malaki or Oud Malaki. I love this fragrance. It is absolutely outstanding. Dominic Ropian is the nose here. You can find this between $50 and $60. It is gorgeous. Opens up, boozy, spicy, with a beautiful note of leather and tobacco in the heart. This is absolutely a stunning fragrance. One of those that you walk into a room, people are gonna turn heads and they're gonna ask you, what in the world are you wearing? You smell phenomenal. Oud Malaki from Chopard is an outstanding fragrance and one of the best money can buy for this price point, guys. And that's why it's here on the list. Check it out. It's still available. It is discontinued, so don't walk, run. If you love gourmand, powerful scents that are sweet, if you have a sweet tooth, you like creamy fragrances, this one here blew my mind, and it's another one of those underrated brands that people don't talk about. Again, around the $60 to $70 mark price point. This is going to be Trussardi's Amber Oud. So it's exactly what you're going to get here. A very ambery, spicy, and sweet, kind of a creamy type of a scent profile, along with the oud in the base that adds this character. Beautiful bee sprayers. This is an outstanding fragrance, guys. I'm telling you, if this very fragrance was packaged by Tom Ford, private blend and released by Amber Oud, you guys would pay $200 to $300 with a smile on your face. So don't be fooled by the name Trussardi. It's a smaller designer company when you think about it. But this here is nothing short of great, guys. Check it out. Now, you guys know when I put these lists together, I really take my time because I want to make sure I give you guys the best of what the fragrance world has to offer. Meaning, it's all about quality, not quantity. That's why I take my time to curate these lists, give you guys the best possible fragrance you can buy with that particular price point. This is one such fragrance. It is discontinued, but still kicking around. Again, it's still available right now as I'm shooting this, so don't walk, run. This is Versace Oud Noir, in my opinion, arguably the best oud designer fragrance in the market ever created. And I mean this sincerely. This is one of the best designers out there. A lot of people will argue and say Boss Oud is the best one. It's not. This one here is the best because of the resemblance it has with Tom Ford's Oud Wood. So it takes Tom Ford Oud Wood, adds these sweeter and spicier components, making this even more sensual, more wearable, and more of a compliment-inducing type scent. Outstanding stuff. You can find this around 70 to 75, give or take. So like I said, it's still available. It's still kicking around. It's discontinued, but it's still around. So don't wait long, because I'm telling you, I foresee this becoming a cult following type scent. So you've been warned. Of course, for those of you that do enjoy the rose and oud combination, this is going to be the best one on the list. It's about $77 to $80, give or take. This is the best from the Hugo Boss line. This is Hugo Boss Oud Saffron, originally released as an exclusive to the Middle East market. You can now find this in North America. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's been discontinued, but it is very hard to find. So if you do like what you hear here, definitely check it out. To me, it's the best one because the candied rose, it's smothered by this beautiful spicy cinnamon oud combination with amber and sandalwood in the base. It's creamy, it's romantic, it's seductive. Oud Saffron should have been called Seductive Oud. That simple. Now the second half of the ouds here, the best ouds money can buy, intro to oud, whatever you want to call. These are going to be ouds that are going to be $100 or more, worth every penny. If you like what you hear, guys, don't hesitate to pull the trigger. This is Gucci Intense Oud. When Gucci was still doing things right, this is an outstanding fragrance. Now, this is going to be the darkest, most mysterious and powerful oud on the list because it is spicy, it's smoky, and it's also earthy. Marijuana, you know, it's not listed as a note, but I definitely get a smoky green marijuana type of a vibe here because this fragrance was inspired by, and it's very similar to Nasomato's Black Afghano. Very powerful stuff, guys. This is one that you don't need more than 2 sprays, but it also has a little bit of a vanilla and creamy dry down. So it starts off spicy, mysterious, resinous, and smoky and earthy, but it dries down to this beautiful vanillic, creamy, and very inviting, indulging kind of a dry down. Stellar stuff. Now, if you want for romantic situations, if you like seductive scents, this here along with the last one are going to be your best bet. Now, if you like smooth and boozy scents, this is the one for you. This is going to be whiskey, tuberose, and oud. Absolutely amazing stuff. Like, I remember when I first tried this fragrance on, I was blown away. I was like, I have to have this. I immediately bought it. As soon as I smelled it, I was like, this stuff here is amazing. And for those of you that know, please comment below. This is Oud for Love Collection Essence from the different company, which is Jean-Claude Allen's daughter company. And like I said, guys, the whiskey introduction here smells like $1 million. Then you have the tuberose in the middle that adds this creaminess, floral kind of undertones that calm things down a little bit. And then the oud comes through, adding this earthiness and power to the fragrance. Whiskey and oud, guys, what more can you ask? The florals here are just making the fragrance a little more, you know, resinous, creamier, and more wearable. But I'm telling you, the combination here, the trifecta of the whiskey, the tuberose, and the oud are just made and blended to perfection. The third fragrance here to last is going to be a fragrance for those of you that truly want to have oud as a signature scent. If you're thinking about, well, I really got into oud, I love it, I want to wear something that will complement my attire, my style, whether I'm dressed up or dressed down. Think about if Bleu de Chanel paired up an oud fragrance and made this black bottle with gold embellishments like, you know, Chanel oud. This would be it. Not because it's a blue scent, but because it's very versatile, it's very wearable, whilst retaining this really nice, you know, mysteriousness from the oud fragrance. It's just amazing. This is heavenly. This is Oud du Jour from AMOUROUD, and exactly Oud du Jour means daily oud. That's exactly it. It's made for those that really want to have, look at the sprayers, guys. For those that really want to wear oud as their signature scent every day, this will fit the bill perfectly because it's got some spices, it's got some woodiness, and the oud here is just all over the fragrance from beginning to end in a very wearable manner. It's also going to be attractive, seductive without being too brash. It's going to be not too bold, but like I said, just the right amount of versatility, just the right amount of sweetness, just the right amount of creaminess. It has all the facets that you love on a signature scent, but with the oud profile. Just amazing. A couple of notes that I want to just mention here is the black pepper, the plum, which I love in my fragrances. Then you have patchouli and also a little bit of an incense along with the oud and the other woody notes. You guys can actually check this fragrance out or anything from AMOUROUD at their AMOUROUD website with code MAX4020 for 20% off site-wide. Check out details below. Now, also at the same category or style, if you want a signature oud scent to wear every day, I think Initio did a great job with this one here. This is Oud for Greatness from Initio Parfums. Love the bottle. I mean, it's second to none. The scent itself is incredible. The difference here between this one and Oud's Oud du Jour is that it's going to have a lavender heart, which I love, and also a dark musk in the base, making this a little bit earthier. But also the rose here, the floral notes are amplified, which you don't have with Oud du Jour. And another thing that I do get here, which is really amazing for those of you that enjoy this fragrance, this is going to have a little bit of a Baccarat Rouge 540 feel. So it's like you took Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian and you added an oud facet to it. That's what you're gonna get here. Needless to say, compliment monster of a fragrance, and you can't wear this on a daily, but I would actually buy this and keep it for special occasions, night out, for those times that you really want to impress people. That's what this fragrance does. Now, speaking of sex appeal, this fragrance here takes the cake from all of the above, because this is one fragrance that if you've been in the fragrance world for a year, 2, 5, or 10, you've heard of this fragrance and you know that this brand stands for quality. We're talking Maison Francis Kurkdjian MFK's Oud Satin Mood. Now, I know guys, this makes a lot of lists, romantics, seductive. The blend between the spices, the vanilla, bourbon with the oud makes this feel like a oud liqueur, something that you drink and enjoy in a night out with a loved one, and you just pour and just enjoy the evening. That's what you're gonna feel here, guys. It's gonna be very seductive, very alluring. I'm telling you, it's powerful, it's bold, and yet very seductive and very alluring. It's one of those scents that there's no two ways about it. You wear this, you're going to get stopped, people are gonna wanna know what you're wearing, and it's gonna turn heads. It's that simple. Oud Satin Mood, I think it's gonna be about $275, $300, give or take, depending on the concentration and the size, but it's worth every penny. If you love oud or if you're getting into it, it doesn't matter. This is a must. So I hope these 10 picks really help you get started into the world of oud. If you guys are already into the world of oud, what fragrance got you started? Love to read it in the comments. What did I miss? What other great oud fragrances are great segues into the note of oud? I'd love to also read your comments there. And of course, I do appreciate your support. If you like the channel, leave a like, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you get this content straight into your feed. As always, guys, wear what truly moves you. And I'll see you right here very soon. Take care.